Howdy.
Howdy. It's been a couple weeks.
It has. Had some things happen, but it's fine.
Yep.
It's fine.
Yep,
We're
yep.
back. We're back.
Yeah.
So
We still watch the races, so
we did. So
watched Christopher Bell go on a tear.
I know. 3 in a row. You know what it is? My son's big Christopher Bell fan. So every Saturday he'd pray that Christopher Bell would win. He forgot to last night, so I guess that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, I honestly think it's because he's able to race dirt again.
Yeah.
I think he unlocked something.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
But
Yeah, I mean, so I know we missed Coda and Phoenix, so we'll just kind of briefly go over them. But Coda, obviously he won there. I really liked new configuration.
yeah, that was really good. Taking that extra mile off, that was a really good configuration.
I remember being like, hey, Chase Elliott, my favorite driver, starts 3rd. Chastain, my second favorite driver, starts like 8th. Like, this would be pretty good. And then lap 1, turn 1, and they're both way back there. I'm like, well, all right. Somehow Chase Elliott worked his way all the way up for 4th.
Yep.
I know it's old news, but
Which stunk because I think I threw him in my garage and I didn't use him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
I've been really bad at fantasy the last few weeks. Today was not that bad. I think I
won
finished
today.
5th. I know you did
but
pretty good.
with like 25 laps to go, I was 11th, 10th, something like that.
I remember.
So,
But yeah,
but we'll get to that
And then
because today's
Phoenix.
race was.
yeah. Let's do Phoenix real quick because I know
Hey there.
I had a knee quake because my knee hit it.
Oh, there
it
you
wasn't
go.
an earthquake because my knee.
Okay. But Phoenix was good.
Yes.
I can't stress enough how much I hate Phoenix. So
But they finished. There's good finishes. All 3 races.
it was a good finish.
So
But too bad that was the only thing that was good.
what was it? I don't know. I'll just add this out. What is it? This? Is it down? Up?
Touch it.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes. I was like, what is going on?
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I thought you were telling me to look at my phone.
Well,
So,
that was the introduction.
That was the introduction.
So, we have been out of it for too long. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I was really confused. I was getting from behind the camera. And I'm like, my phone? What? There's nothing. It's like, no, like, move the mic? What? Just touch the mic.
Do I
Oh.
need to turn the mic up? What do we do?
Anyway,
Well,
all right.
All right. So
But, yeah.
Phoenix,
So, long
all
way shifting
good
gears.
all good endings. That's about it for Phoenix.
Yeah, I
Really.
mean, they're really good. People gave Eric Almirola a lot of flack for
Yeah.
Wallen Bowman, but
He's going for the win. I know.
it stinks because I'd rather them go side by side. And I've said it all the time before. I hate that little squeeze in the wall move, but everybody does it anymore, so you can't blame Eric Almirola.
Well,
He's just
and
doing
Eric,
everything else does.
Eric got loose too, so
Yeah.
I mean,
At that point, you just see the checkered flag and you're flooring it, and you don't care how you get there as long as you get there. So
yeah.
I don't.
I mean, look at
It is what it is.
Bristol like 2021, which went sideways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was one of my favorite finishes ever.
Yep, me too.
So anyway, but yeah, and then Christopher Bell kind of did the same thing the day after in the Cup race.
Yeah,
where-
but I heard Dale Jr. talking about it. He used up Denny as much as he could without racing him dirty.
yeah.
So
Again, I don't like Denny Hamlin, so I'd say drive him dirty. I don't care.
yeah,
He'd do it. He'd do it to him.
yeah.
I could care less about Denny Hamlin, but that's besides the
Yep,
point.
me too. But
But I thought it was gonna be a 3 wide finish for a second. But
yeah,
it
that was good.
it was good. I like Christopher Bell. But regardless, that was the last 2 weeks. We've
Yeah.
been gone.
Boom, boom.
Now-
that was like
Today.
last 2 weeks in like 3 minutes.
And normally we record on a Monday night, but you know what? we're so good recording Sunday night now for y'all now.
Yeah.
Still won't get it till Tuesday or Wednesday, but still.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So-
Hopefully it'll be up tomorrow. But so today, I'm happy with the Josh Berry win. How about you?
Yeah, me too.
It was pretty good.
First Cup Series win, first win in the 21,
Mm-hmm.
which there might be more of those. So
Yeah, I think he's doing really. I was just talking to Audrey today about how I felt like Josh Berry has been doing really good. Like he's been consistently in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't always finished in the top 10, but he's been consistently in the top 10. My watch keeps vibrating. I don't know why. I'm not getting any notifications, so I'm just spazzing out, I guess.
Yep.
But so I was happy with that. I wanted to see Chastain win. Of course, I wanted to see Elliott win. But as soon as he got to lead, he said, "You know what? I'm going to ruin my day," and sped on pit road.
yep.
And then he said, "You know what else?"
Elliott had a lot of
I know.
trouble today.
He's like, "You know what else? I think I'll just ruin it again." And then he went down pit road another time. And then right when the strategy was getting ready to go his way, he said, "You know what? I'm going to ruin it a third time." And then he went way back there, but still ended up finishing 10th. So it was the best. It's about the most Chase Elliott day that you can have. Is you just really baffles you
It
on
was-
strategy and still
it
finishes
was
10th.
just-
So
Today was such a weird day because you saw Christopher Bell go all the way to the back and come back, and then Larson was back there and then came back, and then like everybody was just like switching positions. It was so weird, but I don't even know. Like, I feel like that's why it was such a toss up because you look at the top 5 drivers. You had Josh Berry, you had Daniel Suarez, you had Ryan Preece. It's like, where was he all day?
I know.
Like, no one talked about Ryan Preece till the end. And so it's like one of those things where it was just a weird day.
Yeah.
The only one that I feel like was consistent throughout the day was William Byron.
well, I will say Kyle Busch was consistently bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
See, it was consistent.
There was some consistency there. But I feel the one that was consistently good was William Byron.
Yes.
I honestly think, another one was Ryan Blaney. But I feel like everything was going wrong for him.
Yeah.
With wrecking in practice and then getting the 2 laps down, I honestly thought he had a chance. And then all of a sudden he's like, who?
Which I don't know if you saw his interview afterwards, but
He's like, I think it was my fault. It was
Well-
totally Noah Gregson's fault. I mean, Blaney had some speed. Byron had some speed. Bell, if he didn't have that loose lug nut on pit road,
yeah.
he had speed. Which
Which heads up to him because
yes,
I've never
that
seen that.
was
I've never seen that. It reminded me of back in 2010, but this is different circumstances where Jeff Gordon's pit crew was done out of the race. He wrecked, and then he went and pitted. They went and pitted Jimmy Johnson's car because Jimmy Johnson's crew was doing really bad that day. And that's the only time I've really seen another team pit another car. And so when he did that, I was like, yeah, it's a penalty, but it's better than what would happen.
What
Which, of course,
necessarily was the penalty? Was it a pass?
it's just no, it's a
Start in the rear?
Yeah, start in the rear basically.
Yeah,
Tail
which is
into the
better
longest
than
line. Yeah.
better than losing the wheel.
His
Because
affiliate.
I was watching it live and I saw his front tire changer go woo, and I was like, okay, they didn't get that tightened.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had like the 4 screens, and I saw him pull into another box, and I was like,
Like, what is he doing?
But and then they go straight to commercial. I was
Yeah.
like, so the whole commercial, I'm like, is he allowed to do that? I'm like,
I thought it was funny too because he didn't say pull into your teammate's box; he just said pull into somebody else's box. So like I'm just happened to be his teammate, but yeah, I mean that was a pretty cool move. I thought it was really heads up.
heads
for
up
him.
for them, yeah.
And especially because literally as soon as that restart happened, that's when Kyle Busch lost his wheel.
Yeah.
So I mean, it shows you like what the risk is there. So
Yeah.
but-
I think it was funny on the broadcasting side where they show Kyle Busch fans, and literally half a lap later, he loses his wheel and wrecks. So,
yeah.
but
He'll say on the wrecking side, there's 2 things I want to say. So the first thing is with Ryan Blaney's wreck that we already talked about. Justin Haley, when he missed that wreck, that was pretty cool.
that was pretty.
It literally went parted. He went through and then
I feel
closed.
like Justin Haley, the last half of the race was like Daniel Dye. He was in the middle of everything.
Yeah, and then I don't know if anybody else caught this, but I did. On that last restart, that ended up being the last restart. If you notice, I always kind of watch towards the back in the middle of the field where they're battling because you never know when a wreck's going to happen. and right in the trial, I don't remember what lap it was, but it was like 20 something to go, I think. And Chase Briscoe got really loose, and for a split second, I thought he was going to overcorrect it and go in there, and it's going to be a big wreck. Like, he went on the apron. I don't know if he got hit or whatever the case is, but I just saw him go way sideways, and then he saved it like this. And I thought when he turned back that way, I thought he was going straight head on in the wall, but he ended up saving it, which was really good. But I didn't want there to be a wreck at that point because just so many people that don't normally win was up front.
Yeah.
And of course, battling. So I was wanting that, and that's what ended up happening. But for that's, I just wanted to say heads up to him for saving that, because not hardly anybody, maybe 1% of the people watching, maybe didn't notice that, but I noticed.
Yeah.
Good save.
I was
Good save.
like, I bet I did, but I actually didn't see that. I was being stupid and was trying to pretend I was Kyle Larson's spotter. So,
Oh, there you go.
so that was fun for me. It was just a lot of top of three.
Were you doing that for an audience, or was that just for yourself?
That was just for myself. And then I started fantasizing about my future
There you go.
in
spotting.
being a spotter.
There you go.
If you need a spotter,
You call him. He's
Call
got
me.
business cards. He's
Yeah.
pulling a Carl
Yeah.
Edwards.
I will get business cards this week.
But anyway, so yeah, and then Chastain did his best to keep William Byron back there, and he was successful. William Byron still ended up getting past him towards the end, but if he
broke his momentum,
he passed Chastain and Chastain didn't block him like he did, William Byron wins this race.
yeah,
And of course, he was trying to do that so Daniel Suarez would win the race, and of course, ended up Josh Berry.
Yeah.
But still,
honestly that I don't know why that got me so good. That the four right there, you know, whenever Josh Berry and Daniel Suarez, Byron and Chastain were right there, I was like, this is insane. But I feel like it was a great battle for first and second, and which I wish they would have like side by side, because I bet the battle between Chastain and Byron was really good.
yeah,
But they only was focusing on the first and second, which both of them were great battles. I just wish they would have kind of side by sided it, because
NBC's really good at that, to where they'll do the multiple different boxes, but Fox isn't as good as that. But I don't know. I just think Fox in general needs to step up their coverage. But it was pretty good. I think it was a good battle, good race all around. And you know what? Like, I had fun watching it.
Me
I
too.
did. It was a lot of fun.
Me too.
So,
Carson Hocevar,
Carson was fire. Go for it.
he's doing really good, honestly.
Yeah.
I think Carson Hocevar, I mean, he's got, somehow, in these Spire cars, he's getting top 10s
I know.
almost every week. I mean, there was a Spire car on the pole this week. So it's, I think they're going to break out and start winning.
Yeah, I think he's going to win at least one race this year, but we'll see how it goes. But Carson Hocevar is the person that always finishes the best for Spire, I feel like. But Michael McDowell, can we say that he's the new Rocket Man, Ryan Newman? Yes, he wins the pole all the time anymore. The last couple years, like I feel like he has got a lot of poles those last few years.
No, I
hasn't
feel like
been able
that's
to-
Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace
Yeah.
gets so many poles.
I mean, yeah. Michael McDowell, just especially at the beginning of last year, and then of course now he's got the pole, and I don't know. I feel like he got. I will say this: he gets a lot more poles, and you expect him to do better, and then he doesn't do very well in the race normally. But and that's how it reminds me of Ryan Newman. He'd always break the track record back in the day when he first started, and then didn't really do a ton in the race, but he was fast.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So shout out to Michael McDowell too, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Spire. And then Trackhouse. Trackhouse, they had Chastain and Suarez right there.
SVG
SVG
had about a day like Kyle Busch, but
Yeah, but we can actually talk about that. The tires.
yeah,
They said it was the same tires
on the right,
on the rights from last year, but
softer on the left.
let's continue this on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
No.
Hey, you. I'm talking to you, right? You right there, Greg. I see you. You like and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.